As we know, LeBron James is really damn good at basketball. So before I get into what David Griffin ended up telling Bill Simmons on his podcast, here is what Doc Rivers said about just how he takes in so much information, how much he studies, and then how he pretty much just like metaphorically disses the other team through his wizardry and artistic form on the basketball court. Doc Rivers to NBA TV. Take a look.
We beat him a couple times when he was in Cleveland. He was not that way. I've never seen a change in a player. I knew we were in trouble in Miami when we were coaching. When he was in Cleveland, he was just playing basketball. Right. We get to Miami, and he's in Miami now, and he's calling our plays out. He's just staring over at our bench. Yeah. He's reading stuff, and I remember saying, "Oh, this is not good."
Among many other things that were said.
The impression that Doc Rivers just did of LeBron.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's
that's a smart person right there.
It's like he's the crazy child that like is possessed by a demon that's just like watching you. My precious. Basketball. But that was amazing. I love that because it puts you in a specific time and place in Doc's life where he was like, this isn't good.
Yeah, we're totally screwed. Okay, so here's what David Griffin, who got in by the way, they had Paul George. They traded for Paul George, and Dan Gilbert was like, you're giving LeBron too much, fire you, go away. So here's what Dan Gilbert told Bill Simmons. He's so, as in LeBron, so cerebral. We used to joke that he was a computer on learning mode.
He's a learning computer.
He's such a computer. He's such a savant. And he figures out the angles to such a huge degree that it's not a surprise he's figured to game the system a little bit. It's why the flip the switch notion is so real. It's why we believed in it so much in Cleveland. The gap between regular season LeBron and playoff LeBron, here we go, particularly on the defensive end of the floor, is bigger than any player in the league, let alone any superstar. And to go further with Doc's point, Griffin said, there's no play you'll run against him he can't name. I was also in the gym when I watched him on the floor against Toronto. Tell Patrick Patterson where he was supposed to go on the play. They had called out of a timeout late in the fourth quarter. He was like, no, Pat, you're supposed to stand over there and set a pin down for DeMar DeRozan over here.
So good.
So good. Inside baseball. And also, this is a side to LeBron that we thought we knew, and maybe we speak in generalities sometimes of like, oh, he knows the plays. But he literally studies them.
Right.
He goes, no, Pat. I'm supposed to be stealing the ball from you here, not where I'm about to steal the ball from you.
Right. But through this, have we not now had a deeper appreciation for LeBron and the player that he is and the study habits he clearly has?
It explains the things I found annoying about him because you're just like, oh, where is the person in there on the floor? And he's like, he's computing. And that's like those weird looks. It's like, dude, just everyone else between has like a moment, but he's just not there for it. He's not there for you. He's not there for the fans. He's there to figure out before he does all that what the hell's happening next on the floor. And he never compromises for a moment, and that's what makes him
And you know what's potentially even more impressive about this? They compare him to all these greats, right? Kobe's, the Jordans, and everybody, right? Mm-hmm. But the Kobe's and the Jordans, just those two particular players, they were kind of like social pariahs. They didn't like interacting with people unless they were their close friends. They're both. I've always thought those two are the most similar as far as their mentality and their style.
Kobe and MJ.
Yes.
Yeah.
So their focus on basketball is still focused because they don't mess with anyone else. LeBron still has friends. LeBron still pays attention to what's going on with the news. He still speaks out eloquently about what's happening, what he feels, and without worrying about it. Still is in his kids' lives. Still knows what they're doing all the time. Still does all these ads and commercials. He's intertwined, did a movie and stuff. He's intertwined with everything, but still is this obsessed with basketball to learn it to this degree, which shows, I think, a different level of the way he takes things in.
Yeah, and just to piggyback off that, I mean, with Jordan and Kobe, there's that likable and respect, like that I like you, and then that respect factor, right? Where a lot of people didn't like them, but they respected them because of their performance and their basketball knowledge. So, yeah, basically agreeing with what you're saying, because it's interesting that he still has time to humanize himself and still be like, yeah, he lost the game, but the next day he's there at his son's game and he's coaching and he's completely able to separate. Because when I lose, I get frustrated and I don't play as any.
We know.
I get frustrated.
We know.
You can't just let it go. You can't just let it go like one day to the next, and the fact that I'm not playing at LeBron's caliber. I don't know the knowledge or take into account anything or the time that he's studying or analyzing these players. You know how hard it is for me to just remember a freaking play, let alone remember someone else's performance and try to, be in the right position. It's extremely difficult.
I will say though, Kobe Bryant, this is probably 5, 6, 7 years ago, when he was on ESPN, he said you kind of know what play they're gonna run. You just don't. You know what play they're gonna run. You just got to find a way to stop it. Yeah. So. I'm trying to balance the two mentally, which is LeBron studying what they're doing because there aren't a ton of plays. No. And even the good plays that coaches have, they save them for what? The final shot and the final play. So I'm impressed with the study habits. I'm impressed that Patrick Patterson is LeBron.
Right.
What he knows everything about our playbook. But how deep is the playbook?
Yeah,
and I'm asking for any NBA players or ex-players out there.
Thanks for doing that because I was starting to like LeBron revere LeBron too much, and now you're kind of.
Well, Kobe put it in my head you know what they're gonna run. You just got to stop it.
Right.
And it's hard, obviously.
So you're taking a step back from the sport?
Yeah, definitely.
This makes me like him more.
Thank God.
Thank
God.
Kobe or LeBron?
Because of the you said, you're making a step back. But actually, it's impressive.
And he's not fun.
He seems like a fun guy.
Everyone says that he's fun. He's not fun.
He seems like a fun guy.
I don't think so. We'll see next time he and I hang out.
All righty. LeBron James, brilliant or simplistic playbooks? Let us know your thoughts.